Boom. I think I'm live. I'm alive. What's up, guys? Let's see. Oh, rest in peace, Conte Pencil. Yeah. Good to see you. Miss Toilet. Nice. Up. Fong, what's up, man? And my eyes are so blurry, even with my glasses. I challenged you to make realistic drawing with 1/3 composition without using an eraser. 1/3 composition. What does that mean? Is that like a figure or like a 3/4 pose? Like, ciao, what's up? I don't know. Anyway, run down on the. Oh yeah, I got the.
How come you don't draw on a drafting table?
Because I don't have one. I was thinking about getting one, but I don't have one yet. I've been using this stool forever. I don't know. I like it so much. It's like a perfect angle for the camera, at least for me. I've been using this for years, actually. I have a drawing horse, like you would have like at art school, but it doesn't get the angle right. It kind of sits the board up a little too upright, so the camera, my head will block it. Even with this one, if I lean forward too much. But I was talking about, I think in the last live stream, I was talking about getting a drafting table and kind of try to set it up here, and then I can do a lot more stuff on like a lot more stuff like this. And this is a little awkward, but it's okay. So anyway, real quick rundown on the supplies, what I'm doing. If you didn't see yesterday and you're like, what the heck is he doing? I used liquid charcoal on this really big 18 by 24 Frederick's canvas board, and it's linen, stretched linen, or whatever it is. I don't know if they stretch it, whatever, they glue it to this board, so it's a good canvas to paint on. And I thought I would experiment with it with liquid charcoal and charcoal pencils and see if that texture, that really gritty texture from the canvas will look cool or not. And this is the liquid charcoal. This is the brand Fusains, Fusains. Comes in a tube like paint would. And I'm using a bowl of water. And let me actually squirt some of this in here. So just to recap what happened yesterday. So I put a bunch on the side, and then I'll use a brush that is really dry. Wow, look at that. All that dried charcoal. It's everywhere now. And then I would come in here and try to make the value that I want. And then go into the painting. Let's see, I got a bigger brush because I want to use a little bit bigger brush. Let me move all my stuff over. I'm also using Q-tips. So I got Q-tips because that really helps with like pulling. I think I pulled this earring out with a Q-tip and some water. And it dries really good. It doesn't come off much at all. Maybe just a tiny little bit. And it reactivates with a little bit of water on that Q-tip. So I can come over here and immediately pull out a little area. So that's really cool. Gives you a lot of control. So that's kind of fun. And I'm learning, as you guys are, if you haven't used this before. This is like my 3rd attempt, I think. Let's see. So I'm going to use the general charcoal pencils. I got a HB, 2B, and a 4B, and then I also got a General's charcoal stick. So I'll probably work this in here and there. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of going to mix that. Whoa, that's kind of cool. You can get really dark. This would be great for like the darkest darks. And so, yeah, I'm going to use all these things. So today I want to just keep refining this, because basically I just did a lay-in and then and blocked it in with some value. So that's the rundown. And I also got this weird chat thing up. I'm going to turn it back on. And yeah, So and Jana, she's in the other room.
You really helped me a lot to improve the way I draw. Smiling face with hearts. Heart, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rain. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I got that weird app up again on the desktop. See, yeah. Hey, Frankie.
Saludos desde Panama, 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 right facing fist.
Nice. Luis Barboza, what's up? Yeah, so I got this weird chat thing up, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna work around the drawing and refine some of the shapes. I can see like this shape is a little off. I kind of want to move this peak over to probably about, just not that far over, but a little bit more. And I didn't wash these after yesterday, and they're really crusty and dry. And then maybe if I just dip it in the water, it'll soften up. Yeah, okay, that's better. Because the other one I like broke up and it immediately became like dust. Let's see. I need a paper towel. Let's see. There's my paper towel from yesterday. We experimented yesterday too with some like dripping action, and didn't really like it too much. I think I'm just gonna do it over and over until I get something. I like this one. I like this area. This one, not so much. A lot of testing. Gotta test it out. So maybe if I put my, so I got my paper down here. Maybe if I do that down here, and then come over here. Let's see. Trying to get the. Yeah, that's better. So the peak kind of lines up. Well, it's not that bad, actually. I do want to make these.
I think you should do something creative to the background if you have time.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. What do you mean, like weird creatures in the background? Kind of weird, or kind of or just like chunky shapes. I was gonna put a little bit more of a darker value in the background and probably probably lose this edge over here. So like, I was thinking maybe like this. I like this edge to pick up, especially right here on that straight. I think that one's really good. But this one, let me use a bigger brush. Let me get in here. Let's get this party started. Yeah, I was thinking of something. It's hard to like not be afraid of the value. I could just go for it. I think it took probably like 30 minutes to dry, so that it dried pretty fast after the live stream yesterday. I came back in and I looked at it, and I kept myself from working on it. I really wanted to play with it some more, and but I resisted. So I like that right there. I want some of that to poke out. Let me see. I want this value down here to be kind of heavy and dark right there. It's so funny because I was saying yesterday I'm so used to having so much control with that one pencil that I use over and over and over and over again, and now I'm like using something completely outside my norm, outside of my comfort zone. So it's forcing me to like let go and let the charcoal, the liquid charcoal, do what it wants, and kind of like discover what's possible. So this is kind of cool. Let's see. Let's see who's in the house today. Fong, what's up? Frankie. good to see you guys. Anybody else trying this out? Like, probably not the liquid charcoal, but the rough.
I just wake up, yuck.
What? I didn't understand that voice. Oh, you just woke up? Hey, Star.
By the way, I'm from Iraq, so I would appreciate it if you add Arabic subtitle.
Oh, okay. I'll try to figure that out. Let's see. How do you do that? Just go over to the editing? Or the, let's see. Viewer activity, analytics, stream settings. I wonder how you do that. Closed captions. I'll try that for, I'll look that up today and find out. I'll find out for you. And see if we can do it for tomorrow's stream. Let's see.
Hello from Australia.
Australia, what's up? How's it going over there in Australia? Everything okay? You guys doing okay? Whoa, look at that. That's really dark. That's like a little pocket of dark value. It's deep in that shadow. So that actually works out. I'm going to try to get that a little bit thicker and darker. Let's move this over. Trying to position this in there where you can see it. Let's see. So I don't like the way I have the hair. I'm going to just kind of move this over. Basically.
We're doing okay. Australia's a great place.
Nice. Never been.
𝔻𝕗𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒 hi, also slightly smiling face.
It's funny because like I could understand half of this UK female voice. Lithuania says, ah, nice. Lithuania in the house. I kind of want this like the blur, not blur, but kind of get lower in value as it goes down. I'm trying to look for the big shapes, and then I'll come in with the pencil and hit those finer details. Let's see. That looks a little bit better. I like this pocket right there. Sankara, thank you. Appreciate it. Greetings from Serbia, too. Dang, nice. Serbia. International live stream drawing. With liquid charcoal, chaos. Let's see, I want to kind of, maybe if I use the paper towel, I'll take a little piece off and try to control the background a little bit, because I like the back side of the hair, because I want that straight edge coming down to show the hair kind of flat on that side. But I'm trying to find that balance. And the hair is up here. This is all. It's crazy. This is so much like push and pull. Like you try something, you don't like it, you try something else. Go back and forth, back and forth. This voice chat is kind of funny. So much fun. The robot Jana. See, I need to probably bring this down a little bit further. I'm gonna let it just drop over the edge a little bit. I'm not as afraid of it today as I was yesterday with the the control, because now I know I can control it with the Q-tips, and with water it can reactivate. I can manipulate it with that. And the earring. So it's good to know that you can change it. It's like painting, like oil painting is, people think it's really scary. Well, it kind of is, painting in general, but the good thing about oil is like you can change it so quickly. If you don't like something, you just scrape it off. But if you're doing like gouache, it's like, it's there. It's like it's going to be a lot more issue if you have to change something. Actually, I want to select this spot. Let me get some water. So I'm reactivating this little spot because I don't like the shape I have. And then I'm going to redo it. So it's like really easy. It's like no big deal. It's kind of cool.
When it finished, would it need varnish or some fix on it? It seems like easy to remove.
When it dried, like if I have, see, I still have a dry spot over here. It doesn't come off. It's like pretty stuck on. But I think when I go into like the dry charcoal sticks, I think then I'll probably need to put fixative on it. But I don't think it's gonna be too bad as far as like coming off, because I think like if you ever use vine charcoal, that's like you can just blow and half of it just comes off the page. But with this, I think it's going to be pretty stable. It seems like, especially with the liquid charcoal, once it dries, it seems to be pretty stable. In the reference, I can't see how her hair is really shaped on the back right there. I'm also getting kind of a glare from the wetness of the liquid charcoal. So I'm like trying to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna reestablish this line. Now I moved her hair out quite a bit, but that's okay. This is all this is all crazy wildness. So I'm gonna design things a lot different than I see from the reference. I'm not gonna worry about that too much on this one. I just want a cool looking drawing. You know, as I always say, I'm always looking for a good drawing versus like a photocopy. And with this liquid charcoal, man, you really gotta let go a little bit. Come down here. Okay, let's see. I like how it looks. If I get it wet enough and then drag it, see, yeah, that's what I wanted. That's cool, like a strand of hair. That's cool. I don't want to touch it now. It actually worked. Oh no, I dropped my paper in my water. What a mess. I'm gonna spill all this all over my computer. Let's see, where am I with all of this? I'm gonna get this Q-tip in the mix. Maybe I can hit like some texture in the hair. And then that's too light. There, that's a little bit better. It's so hard. This is really difficult. I was trying to decide if I wanted to turn the...
Vine charcoal just like Houdini found. Vanished.
When it's finished, let's see, yeah, vine charcoal just like Houdini. Bang, vanished, yeah. Totally. I was thinking about doing, turning the form of the face, like the subtle values with the pencil. But I think I'll just use the, see how far I can push it with the liquid charcoal first. So I'm gonna go like really watery, and I have different levels of concentration over here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me move it over. I don't know if you can see that right there. So you see I got three little shot glasses of different concentrations of water and charcoal. So I'll be using.
One day robots will rule the world.
No. Don't say that. Actually, I think they already do. They already control pretty much everything. As far as the algorithms, right? The AIs. I think by the time they do control everything, we won't even know it, and it'll be too late when we do know it. So maybe it's already, I don't know. What are you gonna do? All right, so I'm gonna come in here. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can watch my devastation. You can watch me die a little. Let's see. Like, why would I want to do this on live stream? I don't know, but it's so much fun. Oh, look at the paintbrush. Little brushes are coming out. Cheap. What is this? Oh, this is like some generic brand of brush. Yeah, so the brushes, little fibers, or what do you call it? Little hairs are going to come out probably off of this brush. So I'm thinking about that egg effect of the face, where this will be the brightest area, and then as the light comes down the face, this will be a little bit darker, and then the bottom third probably even more darker than the middle. And then of course the neck is also going to be a little darker in value. So I'm gonna try to keep the faith and just come in here and blast in some tone. And hopefully it doesn't dry on me too fast. And the other thing too, this side of the face is going to be a little bit darker than this side. I can even come through the nose a little bit. There's going to be a nice highlight right there. So I'm going to try to not get any value on there as much as possible. I'm going to sneak around it. Now I'm going to try. Now I'm going to try to control all that texture or all that value I just put down. Let's see what I can.
Tooth structure is important.
That is true. I'm going to try a different voice. Let's see. What voice should I do? So that is the UK English voice. Let's go over to, let's see, voice. Let's try Zara, English, United States. I forgot what her voice sounds like. Let's see, how can I, maybe, that's not too bad. It's drying fast though. Wow, that's drying really fast.
It's good to keep busy. I would sound like MRT.
I like this voice right now. It sounds like a robot. I like this one. Speaking of robots taking over the world. I'm trying to break through lines too, like not worrying about it. And if I break it and I don't like it, I can always come back and fix it. gonna put some value in that eye. The tissue is like starting to tear pretty quick because
MRT +1.
because of the texture of the canvas is so rough. So let me come over here, grab this brush. Yeah, I really like her eye on this side. I'm going to put all this value in, and then I'm going to pull out that highlight, hopefully. Got the side plane of the head. That's going to have more value. This is so weird. I can't tell if I'm drawing or painting. So similar. This eyebrow needs to come up a little bit. And I think if I can get this wet, I can just kind of chop into it, reactivate it, and kind of push it up. Yeah, doesn't, because that's what I would do with oil paint. You can actually move paint around a little bit.
Hey Brad, I wanted to ask how important is shape design in drawing?
Very important. Very important. And it's very personal. Like, everybody's got their own design sense. So that's the fun part about drawing and painting, is the design of shapes and stuff. And everybody's different. That's why I like it. That's why I like watching other people's artwork. I think that's where personality comes out a lot in people's drawings. Like, everybody can draw the same person, but it's like the design of the different shapes and the face. That's where the personality of the person really comes through, the artist, their style. I think that's really important. Let's see, so I couldn't move the eyebrow too much, it looks like. Let me try to, her eyebrow is really light. Really, I just wanted it just a little bit further up. And I can hit that with a pencil and get more control.
BOT. FYI.
Let's see. I might be trying to do too much with this medium. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to find its boundaries, basically. Like, I'm sure it's a skill level too. Like those guys that make photorealistic paintings in watercolor, that's so incredible to me. I can't even imagine doing that. So I'm trying to work in some structure on the nose too, because I don't want it just to be so simple. I want some good structure going on. Oh, she's got a really nice highlight on the nose. So I'm going to put a lot more value into the nose so it supports that highlight that I see.
I like your background, Brad.
Thank you. On the painting, or I called it a painting, on the drawing or on the this one? Let's see. Now, see, there's a good amount of value in the nose, so I think I can come in here with my, well, maybe it's still wet. I can probably use a kneaded eraser. It's not very bright. Let me try the water and the Q-tip. And that didn't work too well, huh? Experiment. Let's try again. Let's see if I can get that shadow shape.
That one.
trying to work around it, but now it looks too dark. Yeah, I think I'll have to use the pencil to get that, so I can get control on that. Just a little bit. It's not there quite, but I think after I put more value with the pencil into that area, I wonder if I can do that now, or do I have to wait till it dries? Where's my pencil? This is a HB. Let me blow on it. Yeah, I'm gonna give that some attention. Back to the flute maul stick. Come down here. So drawing on canvas is interesting because there's really thick teeth on it, and the challenge is to get a smooth transition on this super rough surface. So you kind of have to like do little tiny circles, but you can also feel when the tip of the pencil.
I really like the expression in the drawing.
Thank you. You have to kind of like push into the teeth, into the little nooks and crannies on the canvas, it seems. So I made a nice little transition of value in the nose. I lost some of the structure, so now we can come back. Let's see, that's not too bad. I wonder if I can come in. It's those little details I can't get with the paint, but I love the expressiveness of that liquid charcoal. Let me try a stronger value. This one's going to be a 4B, so that's really dark. There we go. Go back to the brush. I'm going to try a spot first and then come over. That area was looking a little too light. And she's got some kind of highlight.
A bit of contempt. I really love the expression too.
Cool. I'm trying to work these edges a little bit. So we're gonna lose we're gonna lose some expression. I want those eyes to look like really heavy, like the eyelids, and then shiny as well. So I'm trying to sneak around that area that I want the highlight to be on. And where's the 2B? I'm gonna go with the 2B. I need this edge right here to be sharper. Right on the nose, it needs to be pretty clear. So I'm trying to go between the liquid charcoal and the traditional drawing. I'm looking for my other brush. It's right here. There we go. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. And let's see. Nice. All right. Just looking a little. fix his nose a little bit. The shape, I kind of lost the shape a little bit when I was working on it. So I'm going to reactivate this area. I can kind of push that charcoal. Almost wiped this on my shirt. I almost, I was pushing this charcoal to the side, and it kind of pushes up against the edge over here. That's interesting. You can kind of move it around. That's pretty fun. Let's see. So let me come over here. We'll get a clean brush. I'm going to try to sculpt this nose a little bit. So I'm pushing right up against the edge and kind of pushing the charcoal into the shape I want. I want more of an angular nose on that nostril. And I need to come in from that side as well. If I rotate her around. Now she's upside down, nice. Then if I come in this way, I'm trying to trim up the shape of the nose. It started to get too bulbous. I'm trying to use the brush and like some water to basically erase it, but also manipulating the placement of the line a little bit. Yeah, still feels, I don't like the shape still, so let's work on that. I'm just going to obliterate that whole line and start over. There we go. She looks funny now. Let's see. Maybe I should do this with a charcoal pencil. She hasn't, I'm trying to get the shape of her nose back to the way it was. Man, I wish I was left-handed. Can you see how it's like cutting in? Let's see. Let me try it, get the angle for you. Like, so I'm coming in with a wet brush, and it's like chopping into the value that I put down. I'm kind of like making little circles and cutting into it and pushing it over. That's pretty cool. I'll have to reestablish this little shape over here, but I'm trying to make her nose a little smaller. And if I'm coming in this way with a clean brush, it's taking some of that charcoal out and pushing it to the side. That's pretty cool. Always trying to find the focus. This might be one of those areas where I need to like back off and come back later. I'll try to soften this whole area. So I'm going to leave that nose alone for a second, I think. Let's see. Actually, no. I'm going to I'm going to come in with the 4. So I'm on a 4B. All right. Let's come over here. Yeah, this is really hard to get that balance. I do not like that nose at all. I'm having a hard time with it. So I want to back off of it, but I can't let myself stop. I can't make myself stop. I'm gonna get some sort of control over it before I move on. That feels better. Okay, I think that's enough for me to move on to another area. Because you don't want to get like hyper focused on one spot that you're having trouble with, because it can really kind of wear you down. I'm gonna go a little bit darker in the value, try to like get that plane of the face on the cheek right here, because you can see that's a little bit darker in value here, and then we come down to the cheek and get the side plane of the head. And those rhythms in the mouth as well, and they try to connect those all together, working on the edges. And the finger painting doesn't work so well. It doesn't smooth it out. I thought it would smooth it out better. Let me try this one. All right. Ah, where's my brush? Where did I put it, guys? Did I drop it? Seriously, what happened to my brush? I got this one. Where's that little pointed one? There it is. I'm losing my mind. All right. What is today? Sunday? Oh man. Let's see, trying to just fill in the shadows. Maybe blast right through here. Any of you guys going to try the charcoal, liquid charcoal in the future, you think? Or did I does this look so scary and terrifying that you don't want to? I wonder if I could just make my own. If I just took like one of these charcoal sticks and just like crushed it up and mixed it with some water. I wonder if it's the same thing. I wonder if I just paid a lot of money for ground up charcoal powder with water. I think so. I think I think it was pretty expensive too. I think this tube was like $10 or something. I do remember thinking like, man, this is a lot of money. I'm trying to get right up to the edges and kind of go past it a little bit, break some of those lines. See, there's a nice highlight in the mouth. I want to get, or in the bottom lip, I want to get some value down in that bottom lip a little bit more, so I have something to pull out and support that highlight. I also got to remember, I got to let it be rough. Like, this is going to be a rough drawing, just because I want it to be like that controlled chaos.
This pointy brush color fit general charcoal pencil. Nice.
Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see, what did it say? Starred. This pointy brush color fit charcoal, general charcoal pencil. Yeah. You know, just I'm gonna crush up some of those charcoal sticks. I still want to do, like, make my own charcoal sticks. I was watching some YouTube videos on how to, like, cook your own charcoal sticks on the open fire. That'd be cool if I made all my drawings, all my charcoal drawings were from sticks, charcoal sticks that I made myself. That'd be pretty rad. It's like those artists that make their own paint. That's pretty cool. It's a lot of work though. I knew somebody that was making their own oil paint, and they were spending so much time just trying to get the paint, the formula and stuff. And I think eventually they just like decided that it wasn't worth it. See, there's a little spot of like a highlight, not really a highlight, but a lighter area right here. I'm trying to control that. It's such a subtle little area. And let's see. I'm still trying to think like how much I'm going to rely on the liquid charcoal for. Let me get the neck a little bit darker in value.
Wow, handmade charcoal stick. That's so hardcore.
Right? That would be so hardcore. That'd be like so legitimate. Like that'd be like somebody who really knows what they're talking about. If they make their own pencils and stuff. People do it. I mean, there's a technique, right? Except I live in an apartment, so I gotta figure out how I can like have an open fire, maybe like a barbecue pit outside, and I can cook some charcoal pencils. See, I can't pull it out with my thumb like I normally do. I have to use a napkin. There it is. So clean piece of napkin, come down.
Absolutely looks terrifying. I want to try it. Her eye in the drawing is really captivated. I think you should take a look at it and decide what you want to put in the background. You have full control, man. Have fun with it.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have to go darker in the background. I want the big giant strokes. for sure. Let's see, where's my charcoal? Maybe I'll put one in. Let's see. Man, it's not getting as dark as I wanted. I want that line lost, but not. I don't know how to explain it. I need more charcoal. It's going to reestablish the top of her head. Let's see. See, I got this glare. I can't see what the heck is going on. Let's see. It's not, I can't see. It needs something extra, like it's too of the same thing. It needs like drips or something. Let's see. I'm gonna go in and hit the darkest darks for a little bit. The occlusion shadows. Really, really heavy on the charcoal. Try to reestablish some of that hierarchy of the values. You can almost, it almost does like you can't see it on camera probably, but it parts when I sketch with it really thick on the brush, it almost feels like a chunky stroke of oil paint. And it's kind of raised off the canvas too. Yeah, I think I might have to work on this later tonight too, after it dries a little bit. I kind of wanted to keep it for the stream, but I think it's going to require a lot of attention. Let's put this over here.
Maybe try some soft hair brush.
Oh yeah, the soft hair brush. The thing is, like, it dries so fast, so there's nothing. Like, if it was oil, then I could like do the soft hair brush on it pretty good. Yeah, it just doesn't, like, it's already dry. This is all dry.
Hey.
What's up? Hey. I'm gonna use my pencil. I'm gonna go in and start working with the pencil a little bit. Let's see, maybe I got the HB. Let's see. Actually, this is a 2B. Get some control on these edges a little bit. Let's see. I wonder if I can erase it with some of this pen eraser. Kind of. It takes a little bit of the value out, but not very much. The 𝗕𝕗𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒 pen eraser. So I can take some of the value comes out pretty good. It depends on the area, I think. I don't know, it seems inconsistent. It's really weird. It's like up here, it kind of takes some of it out. But overall, I need to go back and reestablish.
Amazing, you can get the lightness spot on with a medium you've never used in a few hours while I struggle for a days. How long did it take you to be this good?
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't feel like I'm having a hard time right now, but it took a few years of consistent training at an art school. 𝗻𝕗𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒, most of you guys heard me talk about. And drawing every day and concentrating on the fundamentals was the most important thing, I feel. The very basics, like just focusing on the basics will give you probably the most success the fastest. People try to look for, the fancy technique stuff, and that's all good and it's all fun, but you really got to get down into the anatomy, down into the basic head construction stuff, and learn that. And for me, it seemed like that's why, or that's how. It almost felt like one day it popped, like it just clicked. I actually wrote it down in one of my my journals. The day that I did a drawing, and it was just like on the next level from what I was before, and it shocked me. And from that moment, it just took off a little bit. It was really weird. It was like I was at this level, and all of a sudden it just went boom, just jumped up a level. And I think it was like 2014 when that happened. And that's probably about 2 years of consistent study by the time that happened. So it sounds like a long time, it is, but you're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. So, and there's going to be like little successes and failures, always failures, but there's going to be like successes that are going to drive you, keep you going. And always look at your old stuff as a reference to how far you come. That's really, really important. Like, don't throw away the old stuff. At least keep a photo of it. And just so you can remind yourself, you know, like how much hard work you did to get to that level. So I think a lot of people forget. I think they forget how much work it was, or how bad they used to be. It's really important for the ego to remember that it's a lot of work to get to a certain skill level. Yeah, I think it's really important to hold on to the old stuff, just to check yourself, check your own ego. It's like, no, you're not, you know, it's like some people, they have such a, you know, bad issue with like ego and stuff, and I don't really, I feel
Mr. 19 LOL online.
What's up? So to check the ego, to make sure that we don't do that, you know, just hold on to the old stuff. And I still go, usually when I'm looking for a file that I forgot where I put it inside my computer, I'll find my old drawings, and then it'll turn into like an hour of me looking at the old stuff and like going, gosh dang, wow, I came a long way. And it's pretty funny, there'll be like pieces that I'll save, and because at the time they were like huge successes to me, like I couldn't believe I did it. And now that I look at it, I'm like, oh wow, I thought that was awesome. That's crazy, because I still didn't have that skill level yet. But at the time, that was like a huge achievement. So it's important to keep those, so you kind of remember. Trying to turn this form a little bit, this little edge, but I'm fighting this charcoal. I keep trying to manipulate it with my thumb as if it was paint, and it doesn't work. It's like it's like in between two lands. It's like, is it charcoal, is it paint? It's like, it's not quite acting like charcoal, it's not quite acting like paint. The way I look at it is like, we're all artists, we're all on the path to learn and get better, and certain people are further along on that path, so why would they be anything but nice or helpful to the other people who are like a little bit further behind? It's like, you know, it's like like everybody's going to get to their goal if they keep going. They're going to get better. That's a given.
I'm really impressed by your work. From where are you, dear?
I am in Austin, Texas. Where are you from? Rohini. Oh shit! I just hit the camera with a stick. I just broke my camera. See this part right here? I keep trying to like erase it, and all I need to do is come in with some water, and then bam, it's gone. I keep forgetting that. And if it's still wet, then it seems like I can use the kneaded eraser if it's still wet to further dab out. So.
I am from India, dear.
Nice. What time is it in India? Probably evening for sure. I'm gonna guess 10.
You hit me in the eye.
Sorry, I hit you in the eye. feeling what do you call it? Like overwhelmed. There's just so much I need to work on in this. Take it one step at a time. Remember before I was talking about how like when you feel like you're kind of lost in the woods, like pick an area and just work on it for a little bit and get it to look somewhat decent. I'm thinking about maybe I should do that with the mouth. It's like ASMR right here, that's for sure.
Dear, I am student in 12th and want to improve my sketch. Can you please guide me?
What kind of sketches do you like to do? Like a portrait, figure, everything? Dogs, cats, plants, birds. Like what area are you having the most difficult time in right now? Let's see. I need another Q-tip that's not too used.
Whatever I like.
What kind of art books do you have so far? Do you have any art books? Like who's your, I guess, yeah, what kind of art books do you have? Let's start there. Let's see what kind of art do you like? Like realism, impressionism. And I'm looking at that little.
In portrait, I feel difficulties.
Yeah. In portrait, yeah, it's so I would go right to the basics and go from there. So I talk about 𝔻𝕗𝕗 a lot. So if you just look up 𝔻𝕗𝕗, 𝔻𝕗𝕗𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒, 𝔻𝕗𝕗𝕗 head drawing on basically on anywhere on the internet. He'll come up. It's like a basic of the basics for how to construct the face. And let's see. I'm gonna come over here and just try putting in all this value, turn that form, see what that looks like.
Three a.m. Australia.
Whoa.
But I have to see the end.
Well, the end won't be until tomorrow. Because usually I stream for about an hour and a half, and right now we're about an hour 10. So I'm not going to be done with this one until tomorrow, I think. So you might want to just go ahead and get some sleep, Australia. That's so late. Do you have to work tomorrow? Trying to build up the form of the cheek a little bit.
Have moment in time where I was frustrated by the limitation of my skill. Look at my old art book now. It reminds me that if I keep trying I would get better. Thank you, Brad, for reminding me.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Fong. it's really, really important because you know, we're artists and we get really difficult, what do you call it, really judgmental with ourselves. Like, it's really easy to like, especially when you see like all these great artists on Instagram, and it's like every day you look at Instagram or the internet or whatever, social media, and you see all these artists and they're so good, and it's like, how come I'm not? And you just start thinking that way, and that's when it really starts to go south in the mind. And it's kind of an illusion too, because it's funny, because I notice, like, I'll look at Instagram and I'll have the thought like, oh my gosh, how come this person can do so much, put out so much work every day. They're like putting something out. Then I realized, no, I'm looking at like 5 different people's feeds. It's not one. In my mind, it was like one artist doing all this work in one day, and I'm like, no. It's like kind of the brain think it tricks you into thinking like other people are more productive or something, and they might be, but I think the negativity, at least in my own mind, it kind of like tries to make me feel like I'm not doing enough. When I look at Instagram, it's like all this negative stuff starts to come sometimes. So I have to like keep a watch on my thoughts, make sure that they're not taking me down a dark road like that.
What do you do to avoid getting frustrated when you feel like you haven't improved even after working on a skill for quite a while?
That's hard. I keep going. I try to just keep moving forward. And
did you buy any ramen noodles from your sale?
Yeah, I did, actually. Thank you. We have plenty of ramen noodles in the cupboard, actually. But when I start to feel frustrated, and I'll either try to back off, maybe I'm drawing too much or something, or I'll study something a little bit on the side, like maybe I'm doing portraits and I'm having a hard time and it's just not working out, and I'm studying and I'm not getting better, and I actually feel like I might be going backwards. Then I'll let the portrait stuff sit for a little while, and I'll go to something else, like just draw a hand. Like earlier this week I did that. Like I was doing portrait, and then I was starting to have a hard time with the portrait, and I was like, you know what, today I'm gonna draw a hand. And
no, I have the day off. I will be back to see the end tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Glad you got the day off. That's awesome. And then just drawing something different for a little bit just kind of helps a lot too. This is a 4B, and I'm pushing really hard on it, and it's holding up pretty well. I'm really kind of surprised. So I'm keeping this really bright, just like for now, because I'm using 2 things. I'm using like the darkest darks, like over here.
Portraits are so difficult.
Yeah,
if you draw anime, objects, or landscape, you don't have to be precise because mistakes adds character, but in portraits you have to get everything right to get the likeness.
Yeah, likeness is hard. There's some techniques to it, like the overall head shape helps a lot, and the overall like jaw angles, that helps a lot. But yeah, portrait is, I think there's like a part in our brain that is specific to facial identification, if I remember that right from college. That was a long time ago, but I think there's actually an area in our mind, in our brain, that its sole purpose is to identify the face. So it's really, really tricky. You really got to be on the money, because our minds are so dedicated to identifying the person that we see. I forgot, there's a word for it too, and I forgot the area of the brain that does that. was funny because there's this exercise, I did it before, I think it's on YouTube still, should be, where you take a portrait and I made it extreme black and white.
Brad, have you tried some lead holder or clutch pencil? Saw some artist seems to prefer traditional pencil.
Let's see, Sackdown Jay, what's up? Let's see, have you tried some lead holder? Oh yeah, I have. I have a couple of them actually somewhere, but I usually wait until the pencils get really small, like down to like a stub, and then I'll use that pencil holder. Let's see, where was I over here? I think it was over here. Oh, I was going to erase some of that. And where's my eraser? Down here. This is going to be one of those drawings where I'm going to listen to a podcast and just try to go into a flow or listen to some music. And yeah, I'm definitely going to work on this tonight, but I'll finish it tomorrow. And oh, this is kind of cool. I put my kneaded eraser in the water and it kind of helps with the erasing. Oh yeah, and also I got some sandpaper too. I forgot all about that. Yesterday I picked up some sandpaper. I was going to test it out. Let me grab some and see let's try it out real quick. Look at, I got things everywhere. Let's see. Hold on a second.
Okay, hand. Do you do live sittings for people? I mean drawing or painting them like sitting or something.
Oh yeah.
It's very easy to get lost into the analytic side of art, learning perspective, anatomy, composition, color theory, value control, and so on. I often tend to forget to have fun.
Oh yeah. It can get pretty crazy. Like color theory and stuff like that. It can get very scientific. I feel like there's very little, like science and art used to be like together, like really tightly bound together, but for some reason in our society they're kind of like separated now. But yeah, it's important to have fun with it too. So here's the sandpaper. I got a 220, whatever that means, grit. I don't know what those mean, but it comes in a pack. And I was kind of curious to see if this would work. Like I'm gonna try up here and see what happens. Maybe if I take tear a little piece. Try to fold it up maybe. Okay, you ready? Here, I'll zoom in on it. You can see the disaster up close. Let's see. So I got this paper. Maybe if I want like that. Maybe if I wrap it around my finger.
You didn't finishing your thought about getting like this.
Oh, yeah. So there's different techniques. I'm not really crazy about this. Maybe if I don't know, it kind of breaks the line a little bit. Yeah, see, it doesn't really come off. That's cool. This might be beneficial. I'm not really sure. I mean, I can pull some of the value out if it's too dark in certain areas. Oh, that's cool. I like that line. Ah, there we go. I think I found my use. Okay, all right. It's got some potential with the sandpaper. Wonder how it'll work in the face.
Canvas board, charcoal.
That's kind of interesting. It kind of smooths it out a little bit. Huh. Yeah, that's that's got some potential. That's cool. Let's see, make sure I got this focused. So that's sandpaper. I heard people use that.
In Indian, sandpaper is used to remove old paint from the wall. LOL.
Oh yeah. Oh, see how it made it way darker too when I did that. Let's see if I can pick it out with the eraser. Whoa, that's cool. Interesting. So getting back to the likeness of people. Overall head shape. You can also look for angles in the face using the pupils. And then the center of the upper lip is one place. So people, to find their likeness, you can find angles like so to make sure they match up with the person. Because if you make the eye further out, then it's not going to look like them, or if it's too far in. Overall angles of the jaw is a good place. And the overall head shape, even hair shape, that helps a lot too. So just big overall shapes to start with, and then going into the finer details for the likeness of the person. It seems to help a lot. See, I think this is going to pop out pretty quick. So when I did the sandpaper, I think it separated it off the canvas and made it more susceptible to the eraser. That's what it seemed like. Interesting though. Oh, there we go. Nice little pop of light there. All right, that's kind of cool. Well, that was that was a full stream of experimentation. I'm going to work on this tonight, and when I come back tomorrow, I'll show you what I did, and also try to finish it tomorrow. Do something with the background, maybe go a little bit darker in certain areas. Maybe tomorrow we'll put more drips on it, and tonight, really though, I'm going to try to get her likeness back to the way it was. I don't really, kind of lost a lot of the edges, and I need to control the values and stuff. So that's, doing that portion right here is probably going to take a couple of hours, I would imagine, with the with my struggling with the controlling the pencil and the brush. So I'm gonna have fun with that today, and then tomorrow.
Love the live chat question bot.
Yeah, everybody sounds like a robot. Actually, tomorrow's Monday, huh? Tomorrow's Monday, because tomorrow is my Patreon only live stream. So I'll have to save this for Tuesday then. So that's a bummer. Kind of wanted to go ahead and do it tomorrow.
Isn't Monday for patron only?
Yeah. Patreon only tomorrow. And tomorrow we're working on, where to go? Let's see. We're going to continue working on this reference. We did the first one, the profile, and then tomorrow we're going to do the straight on view. And I think somebody wanted to do, on Patreon, they asked me to do the values on the first one. And so probably do that. I'll see what people want to do. But so there's 4 different references here. So each week we're going to go over each head angle. So the first one is the top left corner, almost a total profile, not quite. Then the next is straight on, and then the week after we'll do the next one where he's kind of looking up and then he's looking down. So that's what we're doing tomorrow on Patreon. So you won't see me here on YouTube. Yeah, the total mug shots. Heavy head construction, basically the basic techniques I was talking about. And on this one, I'll come back on Tuesday, and we'll finish it up on Tuesday. So, hey, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I love the robot voice, and it's really fun to chat with you guys. Yeah, Sacktown Jay, good to see you. Rohini, nice to meet you from India. Let's see, all kinds of people. What's up? Fong, Starred, always good to see you guys. All right, I'll see you on Tuesday. otherwise, come over to Patreon, and every Monday we'll do more study-wise. It's more of a class kind of a feel. And
thank for the stream, Brad.
Hey, you're welcome.
That sounds awesome. You look at everyone's work and give tips.
Yeah.
How much is it again?
$8.
Long waving hand. Peace, enjoy your host noodles.
Thanks. It's $8 for the
TQ dear ND, good night.
Good night.
Nice to meet you. Smiley face.
You too. So it's $8 on the Patreon. $3. There's a $3 level that'll get you access to all the old live streams and all the old demos. There's a ton of demos from last year. I can't remember how many there are, but there's so many. And then for $8 you get access to tomorrow's stream on Patreon. But for the rest of you, I'll see you on Tuesday, and we'll finish her up on Tuesday with this liquid charcoal madness. And hopefully I can figure out something cool to do over here. Probably work on dripping more and some of the sandpaper stuff. So thanks guys, I'll see you on Tuesday. And for the Patrons, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, have a good one guys. Let me switch over here, and thank you, bye.